Hey there, welcome back to Moonlight Vlogs, or hello if you're new. My name is Raven, and today we are doing a day in the life. I started doing these during Vlogmas, and you guys really liked them and asked me to keep doing them. So the plan is that I'm going to be having them alternate between weekly vlogs, so you'll get a weekly vlog and then a day in the life. Similar content, but just a little bit more focused, I guess. Anyways, before we get started, I wanted to ask you guys for your opinion on how I should title the day in the lives, because they're not going to be in order with the weekly vlogs since I can film them whenever. It's mostly just filming details, but I don't really know how I want to title the series, and I kind of hate titling videos. So if you guys have any ideas, I would really appreciate them. Now jumping into the vlog, I'm starting the day off just like I normally do with my normal morning routine. I have been trying to add a journaling session into my morning before I scroll on my phone or anything like that, and I've really been enjoying it. And I've also been making time to read on really nice days. I like to go outside and read, but it's cold. So I've been sitting in the sunroom and enjoying it in there. When I got up, my husband had just gotten home from work, so he was making his breakfast, and I didn't meal prep this week. So I just had an English muffin with some fruit, and I vacuumed out the espresso beans before I took my shower and everything. They'd been jamming a little bit, so it was just getting a little hard to pull shots regularly. I still don't think I've narrowed it down completely, but it did help to vacuum them out. I don't know how often you're supposed to vacuum out home machines versus commercial machines. Commercial machines are vacuumed out multiple times a day, or at least at the end of every day. So I don't know how often to do that, but it's also really obnoxious because our machine is really high up. So I don't know why I went on a tangent on that, but I vacuumed out my machine, guys, in case you were really worried about my machine. I've also been trying to experiment more with latte art. I didn't really get into this when I got to work as a barista, but it was something that I really enjoyed. However, my machine at home doesn't froth as quickly, so the whole texturing process has been pretty difficult. That's mostly been my issue, I think. But this was the closest I've gotten to a heart. It looked like a leaf or a wiggly butt. This was supposed to be a work day, and I did get some work done, I promise, but I've been not as focused on being as productive. I just don't think it's the time of year to be super productive and go. I've really been enjoying taking time to make things and to just enjoy crafting. So I hung out with Daisy while I drank my coffee, and then I actually realized that the English muffin was not nearly enough. I've definitely gotten used to having eggs in the morning, but since they weren't meal prepped, made myself some second breakfast and had a little egg sandwich, which was really good. Would not recommend this bread though, because it gets stale really fast and it sort of tastes like toast when it's not toasted. After eating and running out of more things that I could procrastinate on because Daisy didn't want to cuddle anymore, I finally started actually working on videos. My current method of time management is that I edit or I work for 25 minutes and then I crochet or knit for 5 minutes. This day I actually had an order that I needed to finish up, so I find that system works really well when I have orders or projects that I really want finished. And on the days where it's just me mindlessly crocheting, it also just feels good to let my brain decompress, even if there's no immediate end goal with the item. But it definitely works when you have an order. This order was actually a demi-pride hat that my customer had me design specifically for him, and I really like how it came out, and I kind of want one. After editing, I think this video took me like 4-ish hours to edit, which isn't too bad by any means. But after editing while it was exporting, I decided to go ahead and work on Daisy's blanket. This is actually finished in real life time and she freaking loves it. The reason why it's Daisy's blanket is because she claimed it while I was making it. Anytime I was working on it, she just really wanted to be close to it and touching it, and anytime I moved it, she would grumble at me and then just like move over and crawl across me to get closer to the blanket. So switching it over to start a new row, she wasn't a fan of it. Then I decided to go ahead and make some tea. I really like tea. I'm actually drinking tea right now. Do you like tea? What kind of tea are you drinking? Or is your favorite tea? I've also been experimenting with tea lattes. Haven't made a lot of progress, but it's been a fun experiment to work on. Oh, and if you're wondering, the tea that I was making was a blend between Irish breakfast, because it's one of my favorites, and it's really good for a small kick of caffeine, and I mixed it with honey bush vanilla from Teavana. I don't know if this tea is still good and safe to drink because it's very old, but I'm still drinking it and pretending that Teavana still exists and is accessible to me. I really miss Teavana. I know there are other options, and I will be hopefully experimenting with those soon. Let me know if you guys want tea haul videos or anything like that. That'd be fun. I think I would have fun doing that. I've slowly been transitioning back towards night workouts. Those have always been my favorite. It just feels more fun to work out at night for me, and it feels like I am more physically capable of doing them. I don't know if I'm just really stiff in the morning or what, but I am still doing Pilates videos, that mostly just simple basic Pilates because I am scared of advanced Pilates, but I really enjoy the movements and the postures. They feel more like just playing on the floor like a kid than like an actual workout, and they don't hurt as much. But after I did the workout, I went ahead and took a nice hot bath. I've been taking a lot of baths for my joint pain, especially in the winter, especially with how cold it's been. It is really great. I've also been using these bath salts, the chronic pain bath salt. By no means does it solve chronic pain, but it does feel really nice and they smell really good. I actually mentioned them in my 2020 favorites, if you guys remember that. And my night routine lately has been to watch several hours of Sailor Moon episodes while I crochet. Like I said, I'm really not driven for productivity at the moment. I am not cleaning as much as I normally do the rest of the year, and I'm not really focused on working to my full extent. I just really want to make things, and I think that's perfectly fine. I think this is the time of year for it, to just work on being cozy and drinking lots of tea. I haven't had all of my notifications and alarms set that normally keep me functioning, so I forgot to meal prep. I was supposed to make dinner for the week this night, so I ended up just eating noodles, which, you know what, I don't regret that either, because they were delicious. I think I only had like half the packet though, because I just didn't want more than that. Then after noodles and more Sailor Moon, I went ahead and started transitioning into my evening routine, which is pretty much the same every night. I make some sleepy time tea, and while the kettle and the tea is brewing and all of that, I go ahead and I work on the dishes so that we can have a functional kitchen with clean dishes. And then I set up my bullet journal and get a Google Keep list, like a to-do list going for the next day. Those have been really helping me for quite a long time. I don't do a Google Keep list every night, but lately I've been doing it more often. The notifications just really help, and it just feels like another way to reinforce the things that I need to do the next day. I also make a chai for the next morning because the extra caffeine always helps. And lately I've been using this neck massager on my neck and shoulders for about 15 minutes every night. I didn't think it was going to make a huge difference. I just thought, it felt indulgent and like really relaxing to help me go to sleep. I, for the first time ever, have not had my shoulder clicking when I move it, so I think it is actually really freaking helpful, and I like to just use this while I read, and it helps me transition into sleep, which takes us to the end of the day and the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know how I should title these in the future. Please hit subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.